3 times before, you have felt the terror, known the madness, lived the horror. But this is the one you've been screaming for. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Jason is back. He moves like a shadow, dark and silent.
Sorry you changed your mind?
He never utters a word. He doesn't even seem to breathe.
Where the hell's the corkscrew?
He simply, mindlessly, mercilessly kills. But now, Jason's reign of terror is over. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Friday, April 13th, is Jason's unlucky day.
Hi, and welcome to Jack at the Movies. I'm your host, Jack Heim, and today I'm going to be talking about Friday the 13th, the final chapter, the fight between Trish and Jason. This film was marketed as the final film, the final movie that we're going to get in the franchise. But the plot of the film, after being stabbed in the head by Chris Higgins at the end of Friday the 13th, Part 3, Jason Voorhees is believed to be dead and taken to the morgue for an autopsy. But however, he is alive, kills a doctor and a nurse, and he returns to Crystal Lake to stalk a group of friends and who are renting a house, and the Jarvis family. This would be the beginning of the Tommy Jarvis trilogy, which would be played by 3 different actors. Corey Feldman, who would play Tommy for this film, would be the first actor to play the character for the franchise. But this film, its director is not Steve Miner. It is Joseph Zito, who had done The Prowler with Tom Savini, who returned to do the makeup effects for this film. And also during this same year, he would direct Chuck Norris in the Vietnam film Missing in Action. This film is a great movie, and it's one of my personal favorite Friday the 13th movies. And this is one of the best films. It did very big at the box office in 1984. This year it turned 40 years old. And it's one of my personal films I got into during when I was starting to get into the horror franchise. Into the horror franchise. But we're going to look at the scene. The footage here is not owned by me. It's owned by Paramount, New Line, and Warner Brothers. So here we go with the Friday the 13th, the final chapter, Trish versus Jason. Let's roll it. This whole sequence was shot in California at the house that they had built for, not built, but that was used for the Jarvis family cabin there. This house has been used in other films. 2 years after this film would be used in a film called Murphy's Law, and then used in an episode of The Twilight Zone, and even the Arnold Schwarzenegger film Eraser. The man who's playing Jason in this film is Ted White, who was a seasoned stuntman at the time, and he was a little older than the other actors who had played Jason from Part 2 and even Part 3. So he actually had a lot more experience of being a stuntman on this film. We see Corey Feldman playing Tommy Jarvis, and he didn't shave his head. That he wore a ball cap for this shot. love the use of slow motion there of when Trish takes the hockey mask off and dropping the machete. Originally, Jason's death was going to be a little bit different than what we got. Originally, according to the original script, he was going to be decapitated, just like his mother, Pamela Voorhees, was in the original Friday the 13th, after going against Alice, played by Adrienne King, in the original film. But it would have been gruesome, and so they decided to go with this way of Tommy using the machete to hit him in the left eye. But him sliding down was a puppet, use of a puppet by special effects, and done by Tom Savini for this film. This film is a great movie and one of my personal favorite films of the Friday the 13th films. One of them, because we'll be looking later at my personal favorite, Friday the 13th Part 7, which is my personal favorite of the whole Fridays movies. I love the use of score by Henry Manfredini. I love the direction they were going to do with the franchise, and this would have been if it didn't be a big success that we got back in '84, the franchise would not have continued for more films. But we will look at other films coming soon. We'll be looking at Part 7 later, and even looking at Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So, until next time, this has been Jack. I'm at Jack of the Movie saying so long for now, and like and subscribe to the channel.